What's up? Brandon Lilly here. Going to be doing bench 101 with Ryan. What I'm going to have him do first is I'm going to have him lay down in a comfortable position that he's used to benching in. Then I'm going to sit him back up immediately and go over the things that I find problematic, and then we'll set him back up the way I would set up normally for the bench press. Go ahead. All right, what you're going to notice first of all, go ahead and slide on through. We made some changes to him already, but this is what I'm looking at right here. First thing, this is good. I want to go to the positives. His hip is higher than his knee joint. That's going to allow him to get a lot of flexion on the bench. But what I don't like so much is, as you can see right here, he's really riding on a tippy toe. If I can find a position maybe where I can get more contact, what I might try to do is slide his foot out like this, get more contact with the floor, that way he can drive his heel down, replicate that over here. Now, whenever he's got his arms set up, I like his grip, everything looks good right there. His head is down, he's got a slight arch, maybe we can improve that. Let's go ahead and hand the bar out. When he comes out, he's still coming out a little bit high. If he were to go straight down, he'd be up on his up around his sternum. We actually want to bench a little bit lower than that, so I would encourage him to come out just a little bit further. Come straight down, touch right there. Ryan's major problem when he's bench pressing is he tends to be a delt bencher, which he keeps his elbows out, and he goes straight down like that. And you'll notice he has no tuck whatsoever. So let's put the bar back, sit all the way back up. Now, come all the way back and set your feet up like we talked about just a little while ago. Reposition them out just slightly. Put them just a little bit more forward. Perfect. Now, what he's doing, come back here. What he's doing here is because he does have such a deep tuck with his feet, this allows him to tuck his feet comfortably and then slide his body into position over it. So go ahead and slide down. As you can see, what that's going to do, again, is give him a high hip position over his knee, which is going to allow for a good arch. Now, this is where a good spotter can come in handy if you can't do it yourself. Raise up just a little bit. Put your straps up. Now you can see it's going to take a pretty aggressive handout to get the bar to him in the proper position, but that's going to be good because his arch is elevated. Now, when I hand you the bar, take a big breath, push your belly out, okay? 1, 2, 3, out, take it out. Now, turn your elbows in. Now he's in an engaged position. You can see his triceps are locked in. Go straight down just below the sternum. Perfect, up. See, got a much more aggressive press because of the tricep engagement, the higher arch. The hip position allows him to drive his legs back. It's almost impossible in this position to lift your glutes off the bench. If you do have that problem, tuck your knees in towards the bench. That'll engage the quads. It'll almost remove any possibility of being able to raise up at all. Come back. What you're going to notice here too, a lot of bench pressers you'll see, this has been popularized by the bench shirt, but a lot of guys will want to raise their head when they bench press, and that's absolutely wrong. What you want to do is you want to drive the head into the bench. When you drive your legs back, you want to roll up onto the trap. So that's what I was doing. When I raised him up, I tucked his traps under, pulled his body back. Now, when he drives his legs back, it's actually going to push him back onto his traps. Take the bar out. When he comes down with the bar, this is where he needs to engage his lats. His triceps are extended. His lats need to do all the lowering. So when he's lowering the bar, he's not using his arms except just as a piston rod. He comes down on his lats. The lats will engage. That'll be the first part of the movement to right there. Then his triceps will finish the lift all the way out. So again, down on your lats to here through your lats. Now engage the tricep with the lockout. Perfect. So as you can see, we made 3 or 4 changes to Ryan's setup from the first go round to the end, but the little things are what matter once you get to the 90% plus range. You know, he was actually doing really, really well today. Everything was looking really good, but at the end is when he started to break down when he got near a PR. So with those changes, he's going to have to go back, strengthen his triceps, rely on his lats a little bit more, and learn to push with his feet all the way through the heel instead of just relying on his toes. And if he does that, he should PR pretty rapidly because He's actually bench pressing like a professional bencher rather than an amateur.